listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Hey, welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. I am the host. One of the two hosts.
That's good. That was nice. I like how confident you were. I'm the host.
I've never said it like that before, though.
That was good. It's good.
A stand-up esthetician. Is that right? No.
Yeah.
Stand-up esthetician. That's right.
Yeah.
God. Stand-up esthetician, licensed comedian.
Mm-hmm. You know what they say? You're supposed to stumble over your own joke every time you say it.
And that's what makes it funnier.
It is. I like that a lot.
And it'll get unfunny for a while, and then I'll bring it back, and then it'll just get funny again.
Hysteria.
Yeah. Hysteria.
Once you get to the hysteria point of humor, that's when everything is just whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, that's my favorite album.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
No, Hysteria.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. With me, as usual, is my boyfriend, co-host, not in this order, Sherpa, set decorator.
I was your set decorator first.
Yeah.
And that's where we met. I was decorating sets. And then that's where we met and we like fell. And then I became a Sherpa.
We fell?
We fell. Well, not in love. We just fell.
You just fell?
We both just fell over.
Mm-hmm. He caught me.
And then we started dating after you realized I could decorate your sets.
And drive me around.
I could drive you around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel old at all when my boyfriend is like, "You want me to take you to work?"
I like driving the car.
Mm-hmm.
I like being the driver in life. Being a passenger in life makes me nauseous. But so I like driving you around. So it feels like,
So I'm not going to get hurt?
Well, maybe. I don't know if that, but also like I got it taken care of. I'll just take you, and it's you own the car. So you have equity, but I drive you around.
He loves to take care of old ladies, I swear. And then it's getting more and more offensive.
It's a kink.
Yeah, it is a kink.
Speaking of which,
God, yes.
after this, I have to go to your apartment manager's place and fix her printer.
It's so true though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going over there?
I do have to do
Jesus.
it.
All right.
Are you going to decorate her set?
No. God, no.
Like
She wishes.
that.
She wishes. No.
She does.
She keeps the heat on
She's
too
in
much.
love with him.
Well, I do favors for her.
I know.
It's all about whatever.
Yeah, she likes your look too.
Well, yeah, because I'm like 50 years younger than she is.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Well, let's just keep it rolling.
Okay. Yeah. I like. By the way, that cough.
Yeah, that was smooth as pie. I almost
that was
said.
good. I was gonna say you did it better in rehearsal.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to keep it rolling.
Okay.
We have a repeat guest who's very, very funny. And she kept turning us down. And then finally she said yes. No, I'm excited to bring her up. So, but do you want to talk about what the show's about today and then bring the guest out, or?
Okay, yeah, that's a good call. All right, so today, the topic is we're going to break down the science of how sex or lack of it will affect your skin.
Interesting.
And that's the topic.
Okay.
Sex in the skin.
Sex in the skin, not masturbation in the skin.
Well, maybe.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because that was I think with masturbation in the skin, was that a children's book?
I think it was a movie.
It was a movie, right?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of A River Runs Through It. Which is about, I mean, that's just a whole perverse thing.
Oh my God.
It's about water sports. But go ahead.
Marco.
Polo?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, I'm sorry.
All right. This guest, she's like Sandra was saying, she's been here before.
Mm-hmm.
She has a podcast. She's so funny. And she has a very funny podcast with DJ Qualls, which I'm sure you know who that is.
Super
it's
funny,
called
dude. Yeah.
Locked and Probably Loaded. And we're going to bring you over here before I start clapping. So come on out. Kelly Blackheart. Yay. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having me again. I had so much fun last time, so I was stoked when you asked me to come back.
Oh, I was like, yeah, it was an easy choice to give you a ringy-ding.
Thanks.
Yeah. How you been doing?
Great. I just got back from Europe. I was in Sweden and Norway. One of my best guy friends, he does an international trip every year for his birthday. And so every year he's been like, hey, do you want to come with me on this one? I'm like, I can't afford it. Work in entertainment. I can't afford it. And this year he's like, well, what if I got your flights? And I was like, maybe, but like I have a dog and that's $700 and then like food and all that stuff. And so I was talking to DJ about it on the way to shoot our podcast one day. And he's like, I'll just pay for the rest. And I was like, am I getting a trip paid for by two guys that I don't have sex with? Like, this is literally the pinnacle of my fucking life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I got bankrolled by my sugar daddies. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was really fun.
Did you have a great time?
Yeah, and what's great, so Teddy Swims, the singer, I was like, happened to be looking up concerts that were happening out there. I'm like, maybe there'll be something there. And he was doing a show in Stockholm when we were there. And I knew that DJ had like met him before. He had his phone number. And so I jokingly was like, hey, you want to ask Teddy if we can get tickets to the concert? He's like, okay, I'll text him right now. And Teddy's like, yeah, have her text me. And so he like put me on the list, all that stuff. We went to his concert. I met up with a podcast listener in Stockholm and one in Oslo. And I'm like, so awesome. Yeah, it was very, very cool. I got 3 tattoos, you know.
You did? What'd you get?
I got,
if you're listening and not watching, we're going to describe what she's got.
The first one I have to explain before I show you, because we were at one of the museums in Stockholm and I saw this picture of this guy that he was wearing like he had the skinniest legs, little white tights, and then just the biggest jacket I've ever seen in my life. And I laughed really hard. I bought a mint case at the gift shop. It made me laugh so hard. And I had a tattoo appointment like an hour later. I went back to the hotel room on Procreate. I did an outline of this guy's body. And I was like, I need to get that tattoo.
Oh my God.
So it's Gustav Vasa, which was one of their kings.
I love it.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
It's almost like a line drawing. Yeah, I love it.
And then underneath it, it's in Swedish, it's someone who isn't me, which is what SWIMS stands for.
Oh.
And then this one I got in Norway, and it's in Norwegian, it says a traditional Norwegian saying.
That's what it's been.
Perfect.
Are you Norwegian?
No.
Oh, okay.
Even better.
Yeah.
Better.
I'm a European mutt on my mom's side of the family. My dad's side's fully Polish, but
okay.
Yeah. But I don't
know. That sounds like a good name for a comedy special. Fully Polish.
I
don't know why. It just like sounds like it's just yeah. So that's a pretty cool trip. You got when you go there and you're like you get inspired to like want to remember it and keep it on your body for like your entire life. That's pretty dope.
I get a tattoo everywhere I travel for the most part because I treat my body like a human scrapbook. And I don't take anything very seriously. Like I have another tattoo that says really meaningful song lyrics. That's because I am worried about getting anything permanently on my body because I'm like, if I get a song lyric of this artist or whatever, and then they're a fucking rapist 2 years later, I'm like, I don't want that. So now this could be any song lyric ever.
This is not a serial pedophile's song list.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Unless that
I actually I very briefly looked up Gustav Vasa and I was like, was he like the worst? Or and I looked through, I was like, he was fine.
He wasn't, as long as he wasn't the worst. You're like, yeah, but I love the outline. You're like, all right, cool.
I didn't need much justification. Yeah. I was like, it makes me laugh.
Yeah. So that's all you need.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean
Cosby still makes me. I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, his outline's on my back.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't know why I know that, but yeah. Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Speaking of Cosby, today's episode's about sex.
It is actually. Do you notice that after you have, and this is very personal, but do you notice that after a good night of sex that you look a little more glowy or dewy?
Oh, I don't have sex anymore.
Okay, perfect.
I haven't had sex since 2019 because it's never good. And
it's never good.
And I find men to be very annoying now.
Yeah.
And it used to be that I could I thought that I wanted to be in a relationship or I was like open to it. And now I'm like, every single relationship I've been in, my life has gotten inextricably worse. I'm just like, I'm not having fun. I become like a more insecure person because I'm like just with these people that are emotionally unavailable. And I used to be a very big casual sex person. And then I realized I'm not doing this for me. Like I convinced myself, I'm like, oh yeah, I like this, but I'm like, it was never good for me. And I'm like, if I have to shave my legs one more time to not come, we're gonna have problems. So yeah,
so true.
I just gave it up.
I don't think girls can have casual sex, honestly.
I thought you were gonna say orgasms. I'm like, that's what they all think, and that's why they don't try.
That's what I thought. Just kidding.
What's this show about?
Yeah. Joking.
I don't believe in women orgasms. I don't think they exist.
Yeah, right. You think it's fake?
Yeah. Like the moon landing. I do think Neil Armstrong definitely had sex with a woman on the moon.
I was going to say he had an orgasm on the moon. Yeah.
Well, that's why I've always had such an issue with porn, because I'm like, why are they making those noises? I know that it is not that enjoyable. I've had really, really good massages in my life, and the most I've eked out is like,
Maybe, I was going to say, maybe they actually just use the audio from somebody getting a massage and they dub it over on the sex.
It's a deep tissue, I can tell.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's never reflective of it. It's always like the guy goes down on her and 10 seconds later, she's like, no, it takes 45 minutes.
I know. And then if I think of something else, I'm like, start over.
That's it.
From the top. From the top.
Everybody back to one.
Everybody back to one. That is amazing. It's so true. I want that to be the name of my comedy special now. Everybody back to one. That's fucking hilarious. All right. So let's talk a little bit about sex today. So obviously sex is going to do things like it's going to boost your circulation. So that's going to oxygenate your skin, oxygenate. I'm sorry. It was hard to say that.
It is hard. Oxygenate.
Yeah.
I knew I got Nate. Remember Nate?
Yeah. Oxygenate.
All right, go.
Yeah. All right.
Oxygenate Bargatze.
Yeah.
That was from Healthline.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm citing sources now.
Shout out to Healthline.
Yeah, shout out.
Thank you for sponsoring
the episode. So during sex, your heart rate is going to increase. So obviously, it's going to deliver more oxygen to your cells. And I think we already kind of said that. It's comparable to like probably working out.
Something I also quit in 2019. I found I was not having fun and I was not coming.
And then you were shaking your legs for no reason. Yeah.
I don't do anything if I'm not coming anymore.
No, I like that about you.
You have to say, if you're not coming, you're going.
Ooh,
and you want to stay.
Fuck.
Well, now she's going.
Hey, Confucius.
Yeah, well, I get.
It's Confucius.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't know what I just said.
All right. It also stress reduction. Obviously, when you are having sex, and maybe you're coming, you're going to have less breakouts because of the stress. I can't talk today. This is the earliest we've ever done a podcast.
Sound it out.
Yeah.
Stress
Strex.
reduction. Strex. Say it. Strex.
Shut up.
It's so easy to say.
I'm gonna say that now.
Strex.
Okay, hold on. Stress reduction.
Nice.
Okay.
That's really good.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay. We'll just use that in post.
Okay, thanks. That was a study published in PubMed that found that stress directly affected the skin conditions like acne and eczema too. Because eczema, do you have any eczema or anything like that?
I don't know. With the last couple of months, I've been experiencing a lot of random itchiness.
Where, do you mind if I ask you where it is?
Everywhere. But I don't have any like bumps. I don't have any rashes or like, because I initially thought it was bites or anything. Like I was like, does my dog have fleas? What's going on? And it doesn't. It's not every day. It's not consistent, and it'll sometimes be my legs. Sometimes it's my back, my arms, my scalp, whatever. I don't.
You never see it.
I never have any like raised bumps or anything like that.
That's so
it's
interesting.
Just I don't know if it's psychosomatic or what, but
it could be.
I don't enjoy it.
It's probably like histamines in your body. Yeah.
It could be liver disease.
Or that.
That's what my Google search found. So
I'm so glad you guys tuned in today because this is the last time we're probably going to see Kelly for a while.
God willing.
She kept itching. It kept itching herself to death. It was weird.
Okay. So orgasms and intimacy reduce cortisol. Do you know about cortisol?
I do.
We've been talking a lot. That seems to be a big buzzword lately.
Yeah, I think I've been binging on cortisol.
I think you have been on a big cortisol binge.
Been cortisol binge lately. I don't know, but okay. So orgasms and
it's a stress hormone basically, and it can trigger your breakouts and inflammation.
Okay.
It also can make you fatter, and it weakens the skin barrier, and it's going to lead to dryness and irritation. So I'm wondering maybe if you're having are you having excessive stress in your life right now?
I wouldn't say that the world is stressful at all right now. What do you mean? Like everything's so carefree and totally fine. No. Yeah. I think cortisol has been an issue. High cortisol has been an issue of mine for years. So yeah.
Okay.
I do like the caffeine a lot, the coffee.
Yeah.
All day long.
Well, it's a very, very diluted amount of cold brew coffee. So I'm very health conscious. But it is throughout the entire day that I'm just like micro sipping this stuff, which is, causing the anxiety to go up a bit and the cortisol to flare.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, we'll tone it down a little bit. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I'm just going to switch out your brown water for another brown water.
Well, but what if I just orgasm right after I drink the coffee? Then I'm like, everything goes right back. Yeah.
And now we're doing science.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh, a cup of coffee, a cup off me. See?
Oh, wow.
And then that's a good motto we could do.
How are you this good this early in the day?
I had weed in between the bathroom.
That's true. I know, and I did not.
See, I quit weed for 7 months. I just around my birthday, I just didn't have any, I didn't have money to responsibly buy more weed, especially for my tolerance.
What's the responsibly part?
Well, it's just because my tolerance was so high that it was to the point where every time I got weed, it was $200 or like $150 worth. And I was like, I'm just not going to buy any more weed until I get to the point that I absolutely have a craving that I can't satisfy. And I lasted 7 months. And
That's
then
good.
a few weeks ago, I was like, everything was really shitty and I got bad news and I was like, I'm going to get weed. And I started smoking again for like a week. And I realized that my body actually hurts way more when I'm smoking weed.
Interesting.
I have a ton of inflammation. I've got bad I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
What is that?
I actually don't know how to even explain it. I think it's like it's basically where you're hyper flexible, your joints are really bad. Like they do these little tests, like if you can do this with your thumb and like can bend everything, like it's nuts. So like I have chronic pain, but I've been feeling a lot better recently and I didn't ever pair the two together. And so when I started smoking again, I was like, oh no, my knees hurt again. Like this is not good. I was like, I love weed. Why are you doing this to me?
Did it just like amplifies like the pain that's there?
Yeah, I think because like so many people use weed as a painkiller.
Right.
For me, when I smoke, I can feel like every single nerve ending.
Yeah.
And
I think that it makes sex better sometimes. And I think that's
sex
why.
was serviceable while high. I was about to say good, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie to these people.
She almost said good.
I know if I have a headache, like or whatever, anything, it definitely I'll feel the throbbing. When
Yes, for sure.
When I'm when I'm high, so I never even put that together. That you would feel more of the pain. So you notice like just like when you got high, you were like you felt the high, and then you started to feel like.
Yeah, and it's just like walking my dog. It's like I've always had kind of knee problems, but over the last probably about a year, my knees have gotten better and better and better. And so I don't have any pain when I'm walking and all that stuff. And then now all of a sudden I'm walking my dog and I'm like, oh, the fucking knee pain's back.
Whoa.
And the only thing that changed is I started smoking weed again. And I was like, why would you do this?
Have you tried eating it to see if it's any different?
Yeah, I don't mind edibles, but there's something about smoking that's just so enjoyable. Like also being able to temper the high and like, and being like, oh, I'll take a couple puffs here before I eat something. And then you can get a little bit more high. Whereas edibles, it's like, just jump in. I mean, I definitely brought edibles to Europe and I got pretty high there, but.
Did they sell a lot of edibles?
No, I brought them. Oh, okay. I bring drugs everywhere I travel.
We do too. We sneak it into different situations.
Yeah, the thing is that it's food. They can't tell you any differently, and
we brought in a brownie, but that was before they started regulating like how much THC they were putting in it. And there was many?
This one was like, it was a 1,000 milligram brownie.
Yeah.
And I remember like, I put it in like the fridge and like the guy that came in, we got there early. So the guy was cleaning and I put stuff in the fridge and he thought it was the other people's stuff. And so he threw it away.
I ate it. I was like,
that's what I was thinking.
Oh my God.
1,000 milligrams.
Yeah, we were worried about him.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this guy eats it. He's gonna be like, what did you do? It's like, I don't know. I ate this stuff from this people's place, and the cops will show up, and these corrupt Italian idiots show up.
Why are you naked?
It's like,
the brownie was so good.
He's holding a duster.
But he like threw away. He ended up throwing it away where he wasn't supposed to, and so I'm like, oh my God, that's it. So I found the Ziploc that was open, and I just like, all right. So I just took it. Nothing. If it was a regular brownie, it would have just left it there.
Didn't somebody yell at you afterwards for putting the trash there?
Yeah, this lady was like, "You can't leave it there." I'm like, "Oh no, we didn't." But I didn't.
In Italian.
Yeah. But she was Filipino.
Oh, she was?
Yeah. Italy's just fascinating. Or just anywhere that's just not the U.S.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So, what was I going to go to now? Estrogen and collagen boost skin hydration and elasticity, and oxytocin, which we know as the love hormone, which is probably the reason why most girls can't have casual sexual relationships because we get attached. I don't know about you, but it doesn't take much for me.
Yeah, I prefer oxycodone.
See, that's nice.
I get attached to that very quickly.
Yeah. Makes me sleep. That's good.
But that oxytocin reduces muscle tension. So does oxycodone, and prevents stress-related wrinkles. And testosterone and oil regulation are, let's see, sex. Okay. So we're talking about. So the sex is going to increase your testosterone.
Okay.
And it's going to, which is in turn going to regulate the oil in your face.
Oh, okay. So that's then, and it'll basically like, that's why like if you're like working out or feeling blushed or flushed, whatever, like it just kind of makes your face like red.
Yeah.
So
and they always make fun of like the kid who's always got like a ton of acne, and knowing that like he's a virgin, it's going to like clear it up. And now that kind of makes sense.
Oh my God. Yeah. Interesting.
Because he hasn't been doing that.
Yeah. I had a bunch of back acne.
You did?
And then I
When,
started
as a
having
kid?
sex.
You guys
Yeah.
got to take this show to middle schools. Be like, you guys need to start fucking.
Yeah.
That's your problem. They're like, we are trying. What do you think?
Yeah. So okay.
Your
So the
parents
next.
suck, and then we have to talk to their parents. The parents are cock blocking their kids from
That is the
having
problem.
clear
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
So apparently, according to WebMD, states that reduced cortisol level. I don't like the way they worded this. Reduced cortisol levels post orgasm contribute to acne reduction. So you could just say that post orgasm, you're going to have reduced cortisol.
Yeah, I don't like post orgasm. Post Malone was my favorite. Post orgasm was I don't know. He came and went.
Nice, babe.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're going to have less stress. You're going to have fewer breakouts. Sex-induced sweating might help clear your pores. You're a big sweater, babe.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still poor.
I mean,
But yeah.
So always close. It says, but always cleanse post-sex. Well, maybe.
Whatever, like nothing's less sexual than the word cleanse. Like it's cleanse.
Or post-sex.
Yeah, post sex. Just I don't know what the hell this means.
Just throw me a paper plate and.
What are you doing with the paper plate? Just fanning yourself, just drying out the sweat.
He always makes a joke. It's like, because there's just, there's remnants left over, and he's like, can I get you like a,
Oh, sometimes I'll be like, would you like a paper plate?
Yeah.
Like a newspaper? Would you like to clean
a
up
roll
with
of aluminum foil?
Yeah, would you like a roll of aluminum foil?
Yeah. Sex leftovers.
Yes.
Yeah, sex left. I like that remnants.
Like it's carpet.
Like that movie with DiCaprio
The Revenant?
in it? Yeah.
The Revenant.
The Revenant.
I didn't even see it. I don't like him. Okay. Sorry if you're out there. I like you a lot.
It's okay. We don't need to like him.
Thank you. I think he's going to be coming down. Telegraph discovered that Dr. David's. Okay, so I don't need to keep going through all of these.
Dr. David is. We've heard of Dr. David all fucking morning long. I'm just
tired of his shit.
This guy.
Well, apparently he found in a sex study that regular sex activity can make you look up to 7 years younger, right? Due to the increased circulation and the collagen production.
Are these like studies that they've taken people and they're have sex regularly, then you come back and they look at their face and
they probably have you fill out like a survey or something afterwards, like the Kinsey reports.
Okay, yeah.
He's probably one of the doctors from porn where it's like, hey, you could look 7 years younger if you have sex, and it turns out I am a sex doctor.
He just happens to have like a stethoscope on, on a porn set.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
He's like, nurse, come in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about psychiatry. Something called Frontiers in Psychiatry discussed how hormonal changes impact your mental and physical well-being. And without sex, you're going to experience dullness and increased stress, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Disagree. Stress way down.
Yeah, we don't have to agree on any of these points, by the way. So yeah, you are gonna get. It says while factors like diet and sleep also play a role. Oh, a drop in oxytocin and estrogen can contribute to that.
But what about that Seinfeld episode where George stopped having sex and he got smarter?
Did he get smarter?
He got smarter when he stopped having sex.
Oh, interesting.
But but this thing says if you stop having sex, you get dull.
Well, I don't recall the episode. Was that a choice that he made?
It was a choice he made because his girlfriend at the time had mono and she couldn't have sex. So he decided, and all of a sudden he started, learning. He realized that he learned that he knew how to speak Portuguese.
For real?
Yeah,
I don't remember this.
Yeah, it was a great episode.
I would guess if that was a real thing, it would just be like constantly thinking about sex makes your brain kind of dumb. It's like, ooh, sex.
Yeah,
but when you take it out of the equation, you can actually think about other things.
That makes sense to me.
That makes way more sense. Yes, the effort or the work to go into something that you're thinking about doing constantly. But so that would make sense that if you're having it, if it's something you want to do, that'll actually reduce your stress.
I don't think that's what she's saying, though. I think she's saying if you think about it too much, it makes you stupid.
Yeah, I think it turns into caveman brain.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying
is that what you were saying too?
Yeah, but I'm saying if that's all you're doing is thinking about it, then absolutely, yeah. But if you're having sex, that is
okay, right.
That's where it's it could release the tension or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, that makes sense that you would definitely be dull if that's all you're thinking about is that.
I just want cummies.
Yeah.
Tesla commies? It's amazing. You better drive a Tesla. All right. So this is a question you asked me on the way here. What about
what's your problem?
One of many problems in that question. But what about solo play?
Yes.
Right? What about taking care of yourself?
It's about taking care of yourself. Does that count as sex?
Yeah. Well, it counts as the orgasms, and you're going to benefit it even without a partner. So Kelly, I'm thinking benefit without a partner. Yeah. If you're not going to do it with a partner, you could still.
Sometimes I'm too lazy to even do that.
Really?
I probably masturbate twice a month.
Twice a month? Yeah. That's pretty good though.
Yeah.
That's on average. I think it's good.
But I have 100% success rate. Take that, men.
Oh my God, so many good clips in this episode. It says, so Healthline also says that self-pleasure can give you the same oxytocin boosting and stress reducing efforts as partnered sex. Partnered sex.
Wow. Get in an LLC with somebody. And
I was thinking more like square dancing, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Take your partner round and round. That's if you're swingers. That's also part of swing dancing.
Yeah. No, I know. No, swing.
No, I know.
No, I'm wrong.
No, I know.
But
wait,
I'm wrong. So yeah, God, I feel like I'm talking so fast. When you're here, I talk really fast because you are so quick. You're so fast. Yeah, you're so quick.
It's probably the ADHD.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. It works.
It's
for you.
fine. I picked up my nephews from school yesterday, and I listened to podcasts on like 1.8 times speed. And so every time I pick them up from school, I listen to trivia for kids with them because I want them to be smart. And my nephew was going, she talks so fast. And I'm like, oh God, I forgot we were on 1.8. So I turned it on 1 and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fall asleep. Like, this is so, like, even listening to my own podcast at 1 time speed, I'm like, are we high? Like, why are we talking so slowly?
Even when you listen to yourself later?
Yeah. So I listen to everything on close to double speed just because if things are moving too slowly along, my brain will just trail off.
You'll have time to go, oh, interesting. Okay.
So I have to keep it like actively engaged the entire time.
I like that. Yeah.
That's like maximizing your time. Like that's like efficient, like manipulating. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, give it to me faster.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm really hoping we don't get to the point that you can watch TV shows on 2X because I will do it and I know that I'll be worse for it. You know, it's like, I don't think it's a good thing that I'm constantly doing all of this stuff, but it's the only way I can stay engaged.
But you're going to skip all the emotions that they're trying to like bleed you out of.
You do see a lot of people online going like, what do we need this scene for? I'm like, it's like the entire point of the show. Okay.
All right. So solo play can provide similar hormonal benefits, reduce cortisol, right? Mm-hmm. We just talked about that, increase blood flow, relaxation. Mm-hmm. And it also helps your sleep post-orgasm. I think it helps even with not post-orgasm, just helps your sleep.
Okay.
But it contributes to overnight skin repair because your cells are going to turn over a lot faster.
Skin cell turnover?
Skin cell turnover? What about it?
No, I just
okay. Are you killing time before I get to the next topic?
Yeah.
So we already said that. Oops. Look at my notes. It says oops. I was using a voice to text. Oh God, we're already at the end here. Okay, cool. So as far as sex goes, do you have anything else you want to talk about? Oh my God.
We went through. I mean, it probably didn't help that I was like, "Fuck sex."
No, not at all.
No, it's a thing. We don't want to seem biased here. We have to present both sides of the argument, so it makes sense. Yeah.
I'm get a lot of hate comments for this.
Yeah. Oh my God! If we get any comments, we're so thrilled. Please say things that'll hate us. Yeah.
I currently have a comment that I made on somebody else's TikTok that has gone viral, and I'm like, make it stop because every time I look at TikTok, it's like 99 plus notifications. I'm like, maybe one of my videos is doing well. They're like, that comment that you made.
I'm excited that happens to me. Yeah,
it has like 150,000 likes. I'm like, why can't you turn off the fucking notifications?
Oh, you can't turn off on a comment?
No.
Oh
what was the comment?
It was a clip of this young guy, Dean, who does a lot of like political commentary. And so he got a call in from this guy who was a veteran, who was like a former Trump supporter. And he's like, here's where I actually have now changed my mind. But in the beginning, Dean's got headphones on. He's got the microphone and he's like, so did you vote for Trump? And the guy's like, I did. And he goes, awesome, awesome, awesome. Why'd you do that? And so it was just like, he's like typing notes. And I was like, he looks like he's doing customer service for America. Like it wasn't even a good comment. It wasn't even in my top 10, you know, like, and I'm like, why is this popping off? So, and everybody's like, Dad, this is so true. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
That's awesome.
Maybe you got some new followers from your comment, no?
Yeah, like 5.
Yeah, 5.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Hey,
That's fine.
again, 5 new followers. It's like, I get so excited. I got 5 new followers last week, and I was
can't
just
believe
like,
anybody ever stops to listen to anything I have to say. Even now, I'm like, what are you guys getting paid?
I know.
I find it very interesting. Oh, well, that was the Portlandia episode where Patton Oswalt plays a guy that's like a top commenter.
Yes.
Where he's like, "Oh my God, did you write that comment?" He's like, "Yeah, that was me." It was like when he said that, I was like, "Yeah, that's sort of like people out there like." Dude, were you the comment? Oh my God, that's so awesome.
And he's just like sitting in a room by
yeah,
himself.
he's like, yeah. He's like, are you gonna go to Comment-thon? Yeah, probably. Something like
He's
that.
not signing autographs.
Yeah.
I mean, they should start monetizing. That's the thing is like social media is propped up by people who are good in the
Totally.
comments.
Yeah.
There are some videos where I'm like, that was fine, but you open the comments and the comments are so hilarious
I love
and you're
the
just watching
comments
all of
now,
them. I'm
yeah.
like, let's start rewarding the comment section.
Well, they say in order to get more engagement, you're supposed to engage with things that are like your thing. I mean, I'm telling you, but you know way more about all of this than I do, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do try to engage as much as possible. It's like, it's one of those things where I know there are so many people who treat their likes like they're fucking dollar bills, and they're like, oh, this person has to earn my like, whereas I'm very liberal with it. I'm like, if this is a friend of mine, or if this is a topic that I like, it's like, I'm just gonna like it. I'm encouraging that type of stuff on my algorithm.
Yeah, it's positive.
Yeah, at this point, my algorithm knows me better than anybody. Like when people I know send me videos, I'm like, what are you doing? You do not know me better than my algorithm. If I like the video you send me, I've already seen it. And if you're sending it to me because you like it, go fuck yourself. You didn't think about me at all in this transaction. I get so pissed when people send me videos.
So passive aggressive.
Yeah, it's like people send me videos, and it's like, it's one thing if you send me like an explanation, like, oh, I'm sending you this because blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. But if you send me a video that I can't immediately recognize that is tailored for me in some way, shape, or form, I'm like, what? So I don't even watch videos when people send them to me anymore.
So you just like
people have lost the privilege.
Yeah, you're just like, you don't even know me at all. Like you have like the thing you're like,
I'm so entirely on the internet way too much that I'm like, do you think I have time for a second algorithm?
Oh my God.
From your DM?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
I'm already busy with mine.
So is that how it's working? If you open up DMs and you click on the, I mean, I know how this
I didn't even know they were connected.
Well, I'm saying
I don't know
just
that
affects
itself. My algorithm, but I'm just like, if you like it, just repost it into your feed, then I'll see it. Yeah. But I don't know why we're now like, I used to respond when people would send me things. I'd either like the video or whatever. Yeah. And now I just don't respond. And I'm like, so now you've sent me 45 videos in a row that I have not responded to once. I'm just wondering what the end game is.
That I don't understand when people do that, because it's like they mean well. And then after a while, it's like, oh no, this is too much. This is like psycho.
Are you a little bit talking about me though?
Not at all. No, it's different. I'm talking about people you don't know.
Literally, probably 45 videos that I've sent you.
Yeah, but I go back and I watch them, and I know that you don't like,
I know. I feel bad because I think of him and I'm like, oh, I think he would like this.
I do the same thing with you. I'm talking about people that will follow you because they like you or whatever, and then they just start sending stuff, and it's like, well,
you don't even know them,
dude. Yeah, like
I get a lot of those.
Yeah, like the first 5, I'm like, okay, or ha ha ha, and then. It's like, I can't keep up with it.
I get sent like 40 or 50 videos a week, and half of them are from people I've never met or even had a single conversation with in the DMs. I'm like, what are we doing here?
You have a lot of people that like talk to you like
too much.
Yeah. I mean, I think you've posted some stuff that's like pretty crazy. Some of the guys have said some things to you. Yeah,
that's it.
That never happens to me ever.
You got to be a little bit sluttier online.
I know. I guess so.
I just showed just the top of the nip. And then they really
that's what that means. Top of the nip to you. That's what that means. I knew it.
Top of the nip. That sounds wrong, actually.
It does really sound. I don't want to say that again.
All right.
I'm getting that tattooed on me.
Yeah.
Top of the nip, yes. Put it, I don't know where
going to Ireland. Yeah. Top of the nip to you.
Old Gaelic. I don't know what that means.
You mentioned Italy earlier. I do have a tattoo from there. And it's
really?
Quando a Roma, which means when in Rome.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's nice. I was going to say what smells.
Oh, you said aroma. Oh, yeah.
Aroma? Yeah. No, I get it now. Got Quando when you're in Rome. Okay.
Yeah. There's a saying.
What?
When
There's
in
a
Rome.
saying.
Yes,
When in
I
Rome.
know,
You
I know.
you know that saying?
Yeah.
You ever heard of that?
Yeah. Have we met?
At the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
I heard about that. When in Rome.
At the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, they say that at
Nikki,
the
this
Eiffel
joke
Tower a
didn't
lot.
work.
It probably didn't help that I helped. I probably should have stayed out of it. You guys, I'm going to go to the bathroom. You guys, can you keep this going for like another 10?
Are you really going to the bathroom?
No. No.
No.
Thought she was going for cummies.
No.
Bathroom.
I know my skin's
She's like,
starting
this
to look.
podcast is stressing
Yeah,
me
I look
out.
a little peaked. All right. So what did we learn today? I'm doing recaps now in my
Nice.
podcast. So we learned today that sex has scientifically proven that your skin will benefit from it. You're going to get better circulation,
Okay.
lower stress. I'm saying this so slow, and increased collagen, which
You're
we
aware
all
of your
need.
voice now, so that's what's
I
going on.
am. Well, I think I talk really fast. Not enough, probably fast enough for you, but yeah, I'll try and put it on
I'm
1.8.
fine in like a
Oh,
human
real-
to human interaction,
Oh,
but
okay.
when it's a video and it's like I have my TV, my big screen on so I can watch my little screen with something in the background. It's just like my brain needs 8,000 things happening at once. And if somebody isn't getting to the point fast enough, then I'm like, oh, I'm gone.
I picture you like
yeah.
at home with like all the screens on the evil scientist or something.
I'm going full Wall-E soon.
Oh my God.
Getting
Insane.
everything delivered. I don't even want to have to think 10 years from now. I want somebody else to do it for me.
Oh, I think we're on our way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're definitely on
Outsource
our
your
way.
thinking.
Yeah.
Just install an AI.
Yeah.
That's
Kill the planet with every thought. You're like,
Yeah,
what am
yeah.
I going to have for lunch today? And it's like global warming just fucking.
Yeah. There's just nothing but just jet fuel everywhere covered. You're like, every meal, I get toothbrush.
Like, what's the square root of 100? Like, you could Google. Like, so many people talk about what they use AI for, and like, I think AI is a valuable tool,
Sure.
and there are definitely uses for it. But the amount of people that I see that are like doing the most basic shit, like I asked ChatGPT what 5 times 6 is, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
calculators exist.
You're
I use it for
wasting Chat GPT's time.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that I'm wasting its time because it'll like take a really long time to respond.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, were you busy?
Yeah, no.
But I talk to it like between therapist sessions, like if I have something so that I don't, have a meltdown, and
Oh,
then
that's good.
and then it talks me back down, and it
Yeah.
remembers everything that I've told it.
Yeah.
So it's been really helpful.
Do you use it for this?
I use it. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
put
because
it-
I used to use it for Jim's podcast all the time. Like when we were doing I Don't Know About That, we would have an expert on every week and a different topic. And at the beginning of it, I'm like doing massive amounts of research to figure out what questions to ask
That's
the
what
expert.
I was doing. Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I doing? Like,
Yeah.
I would just go into ChatGPT and be like, give me 30 questions I would ask an expert about this topic. And like, so you
Love
have to
that.
like kind of check them because
Right.
sometimes it would be like an off the wall question. But for the most part, like that just saved me so much time and stress.
That's the same thing that I've been doing. And Sandra was like, I don't know which guest it was on, but he was like, maybe you want to like not have the Chat GPT thing on the top so that they're like not knowing that you're using.
I don't think it matters. It's
I
just,
think, but we've gotten so far beyond that because
Yeah.
you started doing that when, like, I mean, that's a long time ago,
Yeah,
right?
a few years ago. I mean, I guess I've been off that podcast for a year and a half, so probably 3 years ago.
Oh, I'm so behind. I'm so
yeah.
behind.
Well,
in
I
all
mean, this is something that's coming up. That more people it's become more pervasive now. I think
yeah.
people are using it. It's like but for something like that, it's genius.
It's
because
great.
because you know the information, you want to put. You're like, you can't think of it. You're like, oh, okay. It's like
And-
you would search for it, but
And
this is more
to
concise.
ask like super thoughtful questions, you have to have a basic understanding
Yes.
of the topic. And so I was not only having to research, but like really have to understand these things in order to ask proper questions. Like you don't know what you don't know. And so when ChatGPT would do it, I could at least like look up what the answers were and get a better understanding of that. But yeah, the questions got a lot better once I started using not my own brain.
I get that. It's like a teaching tool too, in a sense. Like it's directing you to the things that you need to like.
you're both learning from.
investigate.
You're learning
from each other.
From each other. From the AI, the algorithm is. Man, a lot of points being made today.
So what else do we learn? We talked about orgasms, either with partner or solo can be a skincare step in its own way.
Oh my God, Han Solo.
Yes.
I just remember with that guy that
Han
I can't
Solo.
believe his character was just about a jerk off joke. Han Solo.
Mhm.
and a Wookiee.
And
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So which step in the skincare process is it? Is it like toner, orgasm, moisturizer, or
See, that's a question that
Cold cream?
ChatGPT couldn't have come up with. Yeah. They're not
ask.
very funny, by the way. I've asked them to write some jokes and they are corny
Oh
as
God,
hell.
I know. It's like, that's why when people are like openly admitting that they're using it for creative stuff for their writing, and I'm like, what do you do? Like, if you need to use ChatGPT to write something, you're not a writer. Just don't write.
Right, yeah.
Like because it's not going to be better than what a human can do. At least not at this point. It will get to the point where it becomes so advanced that it is that good. And people are going to start using, people are going to start making movies and doing all this stuff through that. And it's really depressing. But it's like, if you need that now when ChatGPT is not at the point where they can make good jokes and stuff like that, then you should find a new career.
I actually felt kind of relieved that it was making bad jokes.
Like,
I was like, oh my God.
There's still space for me here.
I can do bad jokes too. Okay, so then orgasms, we talked about that. Oh, hormones like estrogen, oxytocin, and testosterone all play a role in skin health, which we talked about. And less stress equals lower breakouts and less inflammation.
Inflammation is just the root of all.
We talked about that on the last podcast we just did right before you came in. We had a doctor.
Can go straight to hell.
I know.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It is like it's the bane of it's all of my problems are.
It's so annoying.
That,
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it hurts.
It makes me sad.
Let's see, and then good skincare hygiene post sex is just as important as the benefits themselves. Sorry, I'm just having like images come to my head. Like, wash your face when you're.
Yeah, I'm either having sex or doing my skincare. I'm not doing both, so I don't. They think I have a lot more motivation.
One or the other. Yeah, exactly. I get it. Yeah.
Well, and if you've done so much during sex that you actually have to wash your face, you're doing well.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Or
somebody's doing well. Somebody's getting on.
Do it at the same time.
Yeah. What, wash your faces
and have sex.
Oh yeah.
You could bring me back to the idea of having sex if we both had to wear the masks.
Oh, like the LED masks?
No, just like the flimsy ones that fall off your face.
Oh, the
it looks
Korean
like your skin's
ones?
melting.
Oh my God.
Imagine the romance.
One of it has like a lipstick outline on one.
It's just like peeling off on the one side.
Oh man. All right. So that's pretty much it.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you notice a difference in your sex skin when your sex life
not
is
easy
active versus when it's not? This has engaged the audience.
I know but I feel like we've already done that.
We've engaged the audience.
Do you guys notice a difference in your skin when your sex life is active versus when it's not?
I do. Thank you for asking. That's a great question.
You do?
Yeah, I do for sure.
What about the audience? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, please.
Also, subscribe.
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting to say that at the beginning.
Send money via Cash App or Venmo.
Oh my God. All of that. At Davis Comedy.
I've done that before. But it's like I make jokes all the time. Like, you can Venmo me at blah blah blah, and people do.
They
sometimes,
do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have a listener, a guy who's been listening to me since I started on Jim's first podcast, and he's like the nicest fucking guy ever and just believes in me. And he every once in a while he'll just send me like $200. He's like, hey, I really believe in you, keep going, like I think you're gonna be really successful one day. And I'm like, I needed this $200. Thank you.
That's so nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you just gotta put your link in the bio.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good move. I mean, throw the numbers out there. People like you. They want to support you. You provide them with a service, with happiness, with stress reduction.
Mm-hmm.
I bet his skin is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him up close in a while. Are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about
the guy who sends me
money.
Oh, okay. I was like, you know him?
No.
Yeah,
Wait, he sends you money too?
I was cheating
on me?
Yeah, like 300, but don't worry.
Oh my God,
about
that's what post sex means. He's mailing out money.
Oh yeah, through the post.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he sends it to you through the USPS.
I'm like, you can Venmo me. He's like, no. I prefer USPS.
Yeah, checks. I gotta go to the bank. It's okay.
I have 14 cashier's checks just sitting around. I'm like, I really want to cash these.
I can't go to the.
So lazy.
How do you even cash a check? You have to go to the bank.
I don't know.
You have to go to the bank. I think. Yeah, you can't take a picture of it.
You can't.
I've tried taking photos of dollar bills and they still won't deposit them.
That's fucked up.
Like, oh man. Yeah.
All right. So I guess we've learned that having sex, having orgasms, playing, with yourself. Things, anything that you can do that will get the estrogen or testosterone in your case. It's probably going to help your skin.
Help the skin, help you glow a bit. Now, but going back to what Kelly was saying, unless the sex itself is something that stresses you out because of situations. So, that's what they mean when they say you can go F yourself. Because that's what happens. It's like you do or you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
So I guess just masturbate.
Okay.
And that'll help your skin.
Yeah.
And you don't have to. I never get angry with myself afterwards. How come I didn't call myself back? So I think that's the route. It's just staying active and like basically putting your body through like that, like the super high and low. Like is that basically? Because when you work out, like you can kind of get the same thing through your skin.
It's not going to affect your hormones the same way.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, the sex hormones.
Okay.
They say that women who, and they didn't even say this, but women who have a lot of sex, which I guess is like 2 or 3 times a week, they look, maybe 7 to 10 years younger than they normally are. So that's definitely worth keeping in mind. And I think you could do that by yourself too. It doesn't have to be with a person. Yeah.
It's like, that's what it is. They say every time that you orgasm, it's 7 year, which is dog years.
I was gonna say an angel gets its wings.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, sorry, I got them confused. Yeah, every time you orgasm, an angel gets its wings. Because they said that was a quote from "It's a Wonderful Life."
Yeah, I know.
Every time an angel orgasms, they get their wings.
How old are you in cum years?
I think I'm 22.
Yeah.
Wow.
Catch 22.
Yeah.
I caught a lot of 22s. Yep.
That right. I had a journal when I was in high school, and it was just about like my very limited experience with like hooking up. And one of them was like my first hand job I wrote about, and it was like, and he said I was good at catching or whatever. and it was so funny because I went to college and I had left it at home, and I think my mom found it and she read it and she's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it was a journal that like all of my friends, when we would have sleepovers, we would read our journals to each other. And like, I didn't really have experience with all that stuff. So I would just like write things to read them." She's like, "Oh, well, you're a really good writer."
That's hilarious.
That's how my career started.
I was just about to ask you how your career, I'm not even kidding.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, no. Yeah. No, but actually, no, I wasn't. I mean, I was serious. Yeah. But yes, I was. But we can get into that another time because I'm sure it's a long story. But it's just that you're, like you were saying beforehand, and I'm sorry to take away from your joke because it is hilarious, but that you're not a stand-up comedian, but you are probably one of the funniest people that I know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
that's
but I just always...
It's the trauma.
Yeah.
Trademarked.
Yeah. I want a t-shirt that says that.
I know, right?
Yeah. KB.
I think when I was still smoking weed, I had designed this. I was going to make a t-shirt that it was like half a brain and then half of a weed leaf that just said like, I can't even remember what it said, but it was basically like half weed, half trauma. That's my personality in a nutshell.
I think maybe you sent like some, it was like a photo generated, was an AI generated photo. Yeah.
We're talking about
we did talk about that. Yeah. So that's
awesome.
That's me in a nutshell. I was also just thinking about how like Sandro can go on public transportation now and masturbate. And when people ask him what he's doing, it's like, my skincare. So that's good. People are learning from this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Self-care.
Yeah.
Self-care starts with yourself.
On the bus. Yeah.
On the bus. Yeah.
That's why they name it that. It's crazy.
Exactly.
It's not just a coincidence.
The Metro. Oh my God. Everything makes sense now.
It does? Okay, good.
It does?
You can tell me on the way home. I will. I don't always get it. I don't always get it.
You sounded like you were scared. I don't always get it.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was going to come out. So yeah, but I don't always get it.
Nice.
All right. So thank you so much for being here today. This was so fun as usual. We're going to have you back because I
would love to.
Yeah.
Anytime.
We'll come up with a longer topic. For some reason, I thought that that was going to be like a good 20 minutes of just the topic, but this is good. I think we got to the meat of it quickly.
We came fast.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Beautiful.
All right.
Where can people find you on social?
Kelly Blackheart on pretty much everything. And then I have a podcast with DJ Qualls. He's one of my favorite people in the entire world. So funny, so smart. It's called Locked and Probably Loaded. It comes out every Wednesday, and check it out.
Ours comes out on Wednesday too. What time's yours?
Whenever. I don't. We're not very good at being super consistent. I think it's supposed to come out at 3:00 in the morning, but
That's what we do.
That's what we do. We do it for we research. People say that a lot of Tokyo businessmen, when they fly to New York,
Yeah,
they like
do
to
they
get a
watch
podcast early.
All right, well, watch Kelly's
we're
first, and then
huge
you
in
can watch
Tokyo.
mine. Yeah.
Very, very big.
Awesome.
We are huge in Tokyo.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 6'2". They're like, what the fuck is that? I'm masturbating. I'm like, I'm doing my skincare.
Just making yourself taller. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. We just love you so much. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
I want to clap
Thank
at the
you.
end.
Yeah, of course. That's fun.
I went like this. That was fucking awesome.
We landed the plane. He's like,
Oh my God. Thank God.
Perfect.
I'm Kelly Blackheart.
Yes, you're